Pencils down. Pencils down.
There it is.
3-3-3.
Ooh.
3.
That means
3. 3.
Biblical. That's biblical.
The apocalyptic ramble is upon us.
Oh.
Cody got out while the getting was good, man.
Or maybe he's raptured. Maybe he's gone.
He got raptured. We don't know, but
the
it's
one
just
good
you and I
soul.
today.
It's gone.
The one, Cody might be back tomorrow, but for now, I mean Friday.
Friday.
But for now, it's just you and I. It's one of those, Eddie.
The OGs.
The OGs. It's one of those. You know, can we just get down to business?
Brass tacks it.
Do we? I mean, what else is there, right? By the way, several film critics are saying Avatar: The Way of Water is like fucking amazing, and they're like, "LOL at you, betting against Cameron. This is the most visually spectacular thing ever.
First of all, who's
better than the first one?
Who bet against Cameron?
Yeah, who was like, I don't know about this guy.
Who's everyone that's Barry or James Cameron? James Cameron.
Cameron, we bet against.
Yeah, you bet against him 100% of the time.
Now, would you want to give Kirk Cameron as much money as James Cameron used to make a weird Bible movie? Would you go see it?
I would like to see it.
I think I might want
I would like to see Kirk Cameron with a few $100 million budget.
Making Left Behind 6 or whatever. Kirk Cameron.
But who's counting out James Cameron? He's actually made some of my favorite all-time films.
Which is why I'll go see Way of Water.
That's why I saw Avatar.
Yeah.
The first one.
And I was all in. Everyone's saying it's the most amazing experience you'll ever have.
That's all I heard. You have to see this movie. It's the greatest movie ever made. And I went and saw it. And I was like, all right.
Okay.
It's kind of Dances with Wolves with blue people. But
it kind of is a lot. I thought the dumbest part was the villain guy. When there's a scene where they're taking off in a jet or whatever in the hangar, and he's just angrily like shooting his pistol at it. I just thought this is what this is done at this point. Get it. You're angry
because they got all the unobtainium.
They got all the unobtainium that they could get, and they start shooting. It was
so it's not to me. It's not in his top 5 best films. The original Avatar. I don't think it's in his top 5 best films.
Fuck no.
So I don't know. I can't imagine going to Way of Water and going, this is the greatest
James Cameron film
I've ever seen. Wait, it might be the greatest Kirk Cameron film.
Do we do a top 5 James and Kirk? Do we just pit the Camerons against each other?
We might.
And then is Candace the secret? The triple threat.
Do we do a Hall of Fame hat for Kirk Cameron Bible movies?
We might. Which Kirk Cameron Christ is Lord film goes in? He's got so many.
So many to choose from.
All fine films. KC masterpiece, if you know what I mean. It ain't just barbecue anymore. It's old Kirk behind that camera.
It's a masterpiece.
Let's just see. I'm going to look up. Go ahead.
Look it up.
No,
I just don't. Everyone's going James Cameron Way of Water is supposed to be. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be fine, but I can't imagine walking out or going, "This is the greatest movie I've ever seen."
The best thing ever.
I'm sure it's going to have great visuals, but whatever. Like the first one had great visuals, but it's not enough to make me go, "I love this more than anything."
Right. Okay. That's. My God, how many feature films has he directed? Not that many.
Kirk.
Wow.
The Cams?
The Jimmy C.
Oh, Jamesy's?
Let me see. He's got 1, 2,
T1,
3,
T2.
4, 5, 6, 7, 9.
Aliens.
That's it, 9. I thought there'd be more. Okay, so for me, number 1 is Aliens.
Yeah.
Then number 2 is Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Then Terminator 1.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to go Titanic and then True Lies.
I take True Lies over Titanic.
It's one of those.
I take True Lies over Titanic.
Those are my top 5.
Yeah.
Then you have The Abyss.
I might put The Abyss over Titanic.
Oh, man.
I don't know if I have Titanic in my top 5.
The bad thing for me here is I put them all over Avatar.
Yeah. I put Titanic over Avatar.
I put them all over Avatar.
And I wasn't a huge fan of Titanic.
Right.
I enjoyed the film, but I like it better now.
I mean, Way of Woodard's going to have to bring it. And Maybe
I don't know
it
if you
does.
bring it more than T2 does. You definitely don't bring it as much as Aliens did.
You can't. What?
That's not possible.
Stop it.
That's not
Stop
possible.
it. You can't.
That's not.
You just fucking can't.
That's like seeing Kirk Cameron in a snuff film. It's not.
Right.
You're not going to see it happen.
All right, let's see Kirk Cameron's films.
How many films has he directed?
I hope a lot. Trumper, he's got. I know he's mega Jesus.
How could he not be?
But there's.
How could he not be?
Let's see. He supported Donald Trump.
No shit. They all think he's Jesus.
There are clearly enemies of Christian principles and Christianity, and I don't think Trump is one of them. Kirk Cameron, Trump, grab him by the pussy ain't one of them.
Right.
Not grab him by the pussy guy.
They love their mental gymnastics.
They really do. So let's see. Man, do we
do this? How many?
He's been, let's see.
I know he's been in a lot of the...
Did he direct any of them?
What's the last normal thing he did? That movie with Dudley Moore? Where they switch places?
Like Father, Like Son?
Yeah, like Father. Was that his last normal thing he did? And that was like 87 or 88 or something.
The Willies shows, 1990.
I don't know.
Cameo has it. It's not Jesus-y, but that might have been his last, because then he's gone. He played Mike Seaver in the Willies, so it might have been like a little winky joke thing.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he was in a film called Listen to Me, a drama that was after like
Jesus-y.
I think like very Jesus-y. Like Father Like Son was him
and Dudley Moore might have been
him
like
and the Duds, and then
that was his swan song to normality.
Yeah, he oh man, TV wise. Of course, Growing Pains, Full House. Yeah. Then he was a television movie, The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes. Then he was in an American family sitcom on the WB called Kirk. With Scott Baio directed an episode.
The meetings for that show must have been amazing.
And he had a cameo in Fuller House in 2019.
He did.
So,
I didn't know that.
I mean, but you know that I think that was Candace's big thing. Yeah. So that was, but Saving Christmas. I mean, come on. That I think.
Is that where he's got like a candy cane as like a
weapon?
A weapon.
Yeah.
He's like beating people up.
Put Christ back in Christmas is the tagline.
It never left. Christmas. I don't think it ever left.
I don't think it ever left. But he's not directed any of them. That Saving Christmas was his idea.
Oh, okay.
But
Brainchild.
He wasn't behind the chair.
All right.
He wasn't behind the camera on the chair for that one. So it's KC. We're gonna have to wait until he directs a movie. But we can give it. I mean, we can hope. We can hope that he will get that much money.
It'll happen. In the meantime, we can enjoy all of his other fine works.
Well, we can't. Oh, no.
What?
Oh, no.
What happened?
Do you want to hear the plot of Saving Christmas?
Please. I've seen the poster, but I don't know what the plot is.
The movie stars Cameron as a fictionalized version of himself. In Saving Christmas, Cameron, after explaining his views on Christianity...
It's like that Nicolas Cage movie. It's like that Nicolas Cage movie.
Yes, it is. After explaining his views on Christmas directly to the audience, tries to convince his fictional brother-in-law, played by the film's director, that Christmas is still a Christian holiday.
Yeah, I know. Everyone knows.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, no.
What?
The film received a 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
More reason for Cody.
I know. We got to get him up there.
We got to get Saving Christmas up. The people have to know Christ is still in Christmas.
How else do we do? It was nominated in 6 categories in the 36 Golden Raspberry Awards, won 4, including Worst Picture. It became the lowest rated film on the IMDb Bottom 100 list within 1 month of its theatrical release, and is now considered one of the worst films of all time. Despite being panned by professional critics, Cameron is convinced that his film's low ratings from IMDb users is the result of haters, pagans, and an atheist conspiracy that was allegedly hatched on Reddit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So by that logic, atheists and pagans outnumber Christians.
Right.
Because if the Christian Army's so big and strong, then it would.
Wouldn't they have just put it number one?
And
if the Christian Army was so big and strong, it would have gotten at least 1%.
Why?
I mean,
you think you would have rounded up maybe 100 Christians to go and give it a thumbs up vote? Wouldn't be that hard.
I mean, it's very.
I mean, it's lower than Loquisha.
It's lower than the Quishas.
Than the
Quishi. It's rough. Well, there we go. So, what a way to start our ramble, Eddie. I mean, where do we go from here? We kind of peaked, haven't we?
It is the holiday season.
It is 333, and we're starting a very apocalyptic talking Kirk Cameron.
Saving Christmas.
And James Cameron, way of Wooter. We're still deadlocked at the goddamn 132 5 stars, and Seahawks 87 still the goddamn king. That's fine.
Come on.
Ramble at theramblepod.com. Twitter at Podcast Ramble 1. Instagram at Podcast Ramble. We have our TeePublic store, Eddie. Eddie Pence, you can find all kinds of social media, Twitter, Instagram. Same with me, the talks, the TikTok. I'm also on I'm twitching. Twitch.tv/Retro Roacher, my YouTube channel. Let's get Cody up there on Rotten Tomatoes, man. Jesus. Colin Maggs writes in, Eddie. Max. Hi, guys. Hope you're still worshiping our fallen Lord on the Devil's Ramble, and all is good with everyone. I, too, have been caught by the indie bug after that trailer. From being a film, I would have maybe checked out some TV years down the line, but I'm actually looking forward to watching. They've certainly piqued my interest. I'm hoping this film is a final act for Ford's indie, executed with the care and nostalgia it deserves. Loved your Philadelphia the video game take. Thank you. It was certainly up there with the most inappropriate movie tie-in games, but it wouldn't be me if I didn't try to top it. Apologize, it's a little too long. Think of those pet games from the Nintendo DS. You know, the ones, My Dog Sim, where you walk, feed, train, etc.
Yeah.
Nintendogs. The dog watching it grow older with it learning as you interact with it. Well, imagine one set out in the 1920s, out on the plains on a working ranch. It's your companion. It's your sheepdog and protector, with its bond to you being determined by the level of interaction and care you've given it. Then at a random point in the later stages of the game, when you and the dog have an inseparable bond, he's your digital best friend. A wild dog comes on the ranch trying to attack your livestock, then yourself when you try to intervene, but your faithful friend saves the day, spends the time fights off the dog, killing it. He's got a few bites and scratches, but you spend time nursing him back to health. It's a touch and go. But if you spend the time caring for him, he pulls through and life returns back to normal. Then your livestock has gone mad. Damn, it's another dog or a wolf to come to kill your animals. Grabbing your rifle, you head outside to find your beloved dog frothing at the mouth. Wild, snarling, and yep, he's got rabies. Because it's Old Yeller the game. And the last act of the game is a point of view scene where you have to shoot the dog. Yes, I know I'm a dark, twisted fuck, but it's the best I could think of to top Philadelphia. It's enough of my bullshit. On with the lists. An Old Yeller game would be.
If you get to use the duck hunt gun from the original Nintendo and you get to shoot that dog, it's going to make you feel better about Duck Hunt.
It will. But does that make Old Yeller okay to play then? That might be a tough.
It'd be tough. It'd be a tough shot to pull off, especially if he's dodging you and he's trying to bite you and give you rabies.
He just kills you. Old Yeller wins. Is that weird that?
Or you have to get through all the rabid livestock, and then he's the boss.
He's
level.
The boss. The boss. Is it weird that they have they cured rabies yet? You'd think someone would have been on that.
I mean, I think if you catch it early, you get the shots and you can save the animal.
You
also have the vaccine if you're one of those vax people.
No, you can't do that. Come on. What do you want to call Kirk Cameron now? You want to get him over here right now? Is that are we gonna be on his sites?
I mean, if you believe in that,
we're not promoting a goddamn vaccination, Eddie. What do you want, Kirk Cameron down our throats?
That's true. That's true. Damn. I don't need him to shut us down. Him and his Christian warriors.
Those Army, they can't even get a 1% on Rotten Tomatoes, but they'll come and get us. They'll come and get us real quick. They're not gonna fuck around. The Kirksters. Damien Bottriell, Bats. Hi-ho Ramblers. Damien Bottriell rambling on an episode even more special than the palindrome ones. This only happens once every 111 episodes. I know.
Yeah, right.
I know. He's skipping the Hall of Fame. Blaxploitation is a genre I've had zero exposure to. All right.
Oh, that's too bad.
Come on. The Norge, Legion Norge. Greetings from your lovable ex-deathmatch wrestler, Legion Norge, when my fellow Retro Rocha mod, Born to Run 19, a.k.a. Anthony Flores, presented a wrestling topic. You know I gots to write in. There we go. So it's time for the listener hat. We start with Legion Norge, the one and only Legion Norge, who follows me on my Twitch stream. Thank you. And thank you for checking out the Ramble. Wow. Yeah. Norge, Leech, okay. Norge. Leech, Norge, Leech, Norge, Norges, Norges, Leech, Lenorge,
Lenorge,
Lenorge, Lorge, 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 Lorge.
Ja.
He just mails it in.
He's not even trying anymore.
Rumble just gives up.
Ja. He's doing a single sound from the name. Ja.
Just Gumble not giving a shit. He just, Well, what'd you think? What'd you think about that interview? Blaxploitation hat from Legion Norge. Ooh, Black Caesar, 1973. Growing up as a young thug on the streets of Harlem, Tommy Gibbs aspires to be a kingpin. Racism, conniving partners, and the law stand in his way, but nothing can stop the Gibbs rise to the top of the city's underworld, all to the tune of some funky James Brown classics. That's right. The great one. That was good shit. I mean, James Brown. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Well, how are you going to top that?
JB.
Joshua Snyder. Oh, I'm sorry. The American Dream, Dustin Jacobs. Okay. He says Shaft. Like Jerry said, it's Criterion. Joshua Snyder.
But to me, that disqualifies it.
Snides.
Snides.
Hey, Jerry, Eddie, and Cody, I'm going to say it now. The Ramble needs a regular goth segment, the segment of sorrow. Jerry and Eddie had me howling the last episode, and we need more. All right, maybe. Joshua Snyder also goes Shaft. Neri Romero. Hey, fellas, Ramble 333, Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden. Only would have sold more copies if they named the album that. If it really had they named it Ramble 33. I mean, come on.
Right.
Also, I rated the show on Spotify. Oh. Not sure if that counts. I'm not European, so I'm not sure I qualify for the title. But does he get the Intercontinental title? Is that Neri's?
Maybe. Light heavyweight champion.
The light heavyweight champion for being our Spotify King of the Mountain.
Maybe it's a Spotify, like AEW has a TNT title. Maybe we have the Spotify title.
The Spotify title. The television title.
Get some of them Rogan dollars.
There it is. The Spotify title. What hat? I was going to say Shaft for the theme alone, but I was DOD. I'm going with Dolomite. When Dolomite Is My Name came out, I went back and watched it for the first time in years, and it was amazing as ever. Dolomite is my name, and fucking up motherfuckers is my game. Owen Edmonds. Months. Hello, Jerry, Eddie, and Cody. Greetings from the UK. 2 weeks in a row for me. Some sort of record.
Good
Took
stuff.
A couple of years. Hey, it's right, but I'm back, baby. What hat? Blackula. The terrifying combination of vampires and people whose skin is different shade to yours. Scary, fuck racist pricks. You small dick energy pricks. That's a good point.
Good one.
What hat? Damien Bottriell. Bats. Wait a minute. No, I messed up. What
happened?
I put Bots's.
This is a curse of the 333 episode.
It is.
You've never stumbled like this before.
I know. It's the 333. Let me just go back. Hold on. I got to go to Bots's email because I put his goddamn open close encore, Eddie.
Bots.
I didn't put his. Oh, fuck. Gumble mailing it in.
We're
getting there. All right, now, right already. Hold on, baby. All right, we're almost there. Are you okay?
I'm good.
We still good?
Yeah, do it.
I hope I didn't delete them all after I sent it. Okay, good.
That would be 333 for sure.
That would be 333 big time, dude. Imagine the triple trees. Oh, that's right. I read it. I'm an idiot. He said I had zero exposure to it. That's right. Okay. Yeah. So he went out. He did not. Bots had zero exposure to the genre. That's okay then. You know what else I forgot to do, Eddie?
Yeah.
I forgot to sing the goddamn theme, our song, but dude, that's okay. We're going to get to that.
This whole episode is full of just fucking
They're on
bad
us.
Juju, man.
They're on us.
They're
Cameron. On us. Anthony Flores, Born to Run, Flores, Ants, Flores, Res, Ants, Flores. Jerry Eddie, probably not Cody. Mi gente. Hey, fellas, Anthony here. Ba weep grana, weep ninny bong. I have to say, last week's goth black hole energy nearly killed me. Literally, I had to pull over the car and stop laughing. Jerry, you have to make the video goth up. And we did it. Thank you.
We did.
For my hat this week, it was made. For my hat this week, I was torn. It came down to two, Dolomite or Shaft. At the end of the day, they might be the most iconic in mainstream sense. Curveball. I'm actually not going with the two most obvious candidates. I'm going with Foxy Brown. I love me some Pam Grier. She's the female icon of Blaxploitation, and I have to make sure she gets hers. Not bad.
Nice.
Jeremy Bienvenu. I don't think I've ever seen a Blaxploitation film, so I have to pass on this one. Now we're going to sing the song. Is that okay?
Okay.
Is that?
We do our hats first, though, and then you sing the song?
What do you think?
I don't know.
I say we do our hats.
Okay.
I went Dolomite. What else?
Same. Dolomite.
Same. I mean, Shaft is the criterion, but Dolomite is what made me love the genre. It's what made me fall in love with it and want to watch as many.
That's what opened the door for all. Yes. For me.
Yep. Same. It was Dolomite and Ramble 334. It's going to be cross the board Fleetwood Mac. So what Fleetwood Mac song goes on the hat? What would they open, close, and encore with? What's the top five Fleetwood Mac songs out of respect?
I'm shocked we didn't do a Christy Alley episode.
Maybe next. Maybe
I know
next.
Cody's been really pushing.
Maybe next.
Cody was really pushing for it.
If you wake up and don't want to smile, come on, everyone. If it takes just a little while, open your eyes and look at the day. You'll see things in a different way. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. There we go. The great Christine McVie. One of her biggest hits. Maybe their biggest hit, she wrote. How about that?
Not bad.
And it's now, Jesus, it's open, close, encore time. As I've kind of teased already. Let me fix the bots mishap. Eddie, you're right. This is the
curse of Cameron.
It is. That's what happened.
That's what this episode is titled.
We started talking shit
of Cameron.
And he attacked.
Not James.
Not Jimmy. It was the bad one. The bad one. The bad Cameron. The Caster. And his sister's just as shitty. Andrea's right here, so something's going to happen to me. She's a full houser. But, that Candace Cameron, I don't trust her either.
No.
I don't trust her at all.
I don't support
you're a full houser.
Yeah, but I don't support them.
Okay. All right. That's
probably a big Apprentice fan, too.
Big Apprentice fan. Jeez.
I don't support Trump, but I love The Apprentice.
I support Trump, but The Apprentice is my favorite show. I get it.
A little different.
All right, maybe. Maybe.
Is it?
So next, Ramble Fleetwood Mac song. Open, close, encore. Issac Hayes, Eddie. This is a rough one. This is tough. He's an all-timer.
He is.
Legion Nords goes, you open Ike's Mood 1, a cool instrumental to get the crowd hyped.
Okay.
You close Joy, 15 minutes of pure baby-making music.
Ooh.
You encore the theme from Shaft. How could it not be the encore? You know, Eddie, I'm going to have to run real quick to the bathroom.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I'll just edit this part out.
We'll cut this part out.
Yes, I'll be right back. Holy Christ, it's coming. I'll be right back. There we go.
All right. And we're back.
But you didn't notice anything.
You didn't.
It's the magic of filmmaking. It's just incredible. The magic of filmmaking. It's just, it's brilliant.
Just cut it right out.
Right out. By the way, dude.
Yeah.
I went to the gym today.
Yeah.
And I was going to shoot hoops.
I
was going to go alone, Eddie.
Okay.
I wanted to get there early. Hopefully, there'd be nobody in the in the basketball court.
Yeah.
Get some shots off. I walk in.
I'm
kind of peeping in to see. And there's 9 dudes.
Oh.
9.
Oh.
So, of course, one guy sees me peeping in.
Right.
And
5-on-5, baby.
5-on-5. 2 games, full court.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Is that the first game back?
First game back since the cancer all started.
How'd it go?
First game, terrible. I missed everything. I only took by my third missed
Did they
shot.
stop passing to you?
No, they were believing. I just passed it back to someone else. It's like, no, you don't want this. You don't want this. And we lost 15-13.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah. Second game.
Yeah.
4 points.
You got the stroke down.
4 points. 4 shots made. Oh, baby. And we won.
From downtown, all of them?
None from downtown. I was like, you know what? Let's not. What's that?
Wouldn't 4 shots be 8 points?
No, it's a 2-pointer is a 1 and 3-pointers are 2 in this world. And we won that one 15-6.
Look at that.
Killed it. That was an ass whooping right there. But Jesus Christ, when that last game ended, I'm like, I'm fucking done. There's a 0% chance I'm running back one more. No fucking way. All right, back to open, closing, encoring. Legion Norge gave us his with
who's
again,
next?
Ike's Mood 1, Joy, and theme from Shaft, The American Dream, Dustin Jacobs. Opening is just a reading of his character Duke from Escape from New York.
Nice.
You close with Shaft. You encore with Chocolate Salty Balls.
Ooh, chocolate salty balls.
Forgot about the South Park.
How could you forget about that?
Yeah. I thought his best South Park song, though, was his, I don't know, was he in it? A little bit. He was in the video, the Master P. Kenny's dead. We're going to ride tonight. My little homie Kenny died tonight. That's what I said. Joshua Snyder. Snides. Josh.
Snides.
Josh.
Snides.
Josh. Josh.
Snides.
Sure.
Nah.
Night.
Nah.
Night.
Nah.
Mailing it in, Bryant Gumbel might be our best new character, Eddie. You open with a theme from Shaft. You close with chocolate salty balls. You encore with Walk On By. Neri Romero. Rome's, Neri, Romero, Reeves, Issac Hayes. Open with Walk On By. You close with Chocolate Salty Balls from the South Park, and you encore with the Shaft theme. Owen Edmonds. Open, close, encore. All right. This is you open. Isaac Bands walks on stage to take up the instruments, and the guitar starts that waka wow wow intro to Shaft.
Okay.
The backing singers chant John Shaft constantly. The crowd's on their feet, and then Isaac walks the stage shirtless, wearing a long leather coat, and bursts into his version of Walk On By. Close after a 2-hour performance, including the full 20-minute version of By the Time I Get to Phoenix. Isaac Hayes stands center stage, sweat pouring over his naked torso. He asks the crowd, "What's my name?" They chant back John Shaft. This goes back and forth a few times for the band cracks into the closer, Shaft. After an evening of funk of the highest order, Isaac Hayes knows what his fans want. His chocolate salty balls.
Of course they do.
In their mouth. Look at that. In their mouth. Damien Bottriell. Bots. You open with the intro for the South Park Chef's Love Shack video game. You close with Shaft. You encore with chocolate salty balls.
Okay.
Anthony Flores. This open close encore was a challenge. Before we got to the tunes, a key part of this performance is Isaac Hayes' entrance. This sets the tone for the night. Isaac will be rolling onto the stage in the Duke's limo and in full Duke getup while the crowd goes wild. Then he's going to give him a quick, "Can you dig it?" And then boom, the night begins. I'm going to cheat and have my open-close encore all be the theme from Shaft. That is one giant epic nonstop 2-hour medley. Feelings will be felt, tears will be shed, orgies orgied. It's going to be one hot, fine evening. Also, yes, at some point, he will try to pitch the crowd on Scientology. Very true. Jeremy Bienvenu, open with the theme from Shaft. You close a simultaneous from South Park, and you encore with chocolate salty balls from South Park. Eddie, what was your open close encore for the one and only?
I open with Shaft, the theme from Shaft. I think that just gets everybody going.
Who
and then
is the man?
I close with People Get Ready.
Oh.
And then I encore with Chocolate Salty Balls.
That's not bad. That's darn good right there. I'm gonna have him open with a Walk On By.
Okay.
I have him close with the theme from Shaft. Then I have him encore with his 20-minute By the Time I Get to Phoenix, which is so good. So there we go. Next Ramble, 334. Again, in memory of Christine McBee, what would Fleetwood Mac open, close, and encore with?
Yes.
There we go. Now it's time to read books, play video games. Eddie, bring that poo nanny over here. We're reading books and playing games.
Nice.
Neri Romero, reading books, playing video games, even thought Uruguay shit the bed. Even though Uruguay shit the bed hard, I'm still watching the World Cup, but also watching Wednesday. Jenna Ortega is fantastic. I'm glad Luis Guzman has only been in one episode so far. He was not great. Playing Pokemon Scarlet and reading the Mel Brooks autobiography, All About Me. What a legend. Have you seen any of Wednesday?
I haven't. I know a lot of people are watching it.
Look, can I just say it?
Yeah.
Birch is back.
Oh.
The Birch
really?
is back. I'm
Okay.
going to say it. Yeah, the Birch is back for sure.
Right.
The Birtsies is back for sure. Damien Bottriell, while typing this, I have 2 chapters left in Return of the King, so I should be finished by the time this episode. Still
Nice.
playing the PS2 God of
Congratulations.
War. That's right. While watching a playthrough of Ragnarok, I'm about halfway through watching Radioactive Dreams, and holy shit, please get a Good Will Hunting up for this ASAP. I don't think Cody's going to be down for seeing Albert Pune's Radioactive Dreams.
He didn't want to get through the little clip we showed him.
No, he was done.
Ready to log
he was
off at that
checked
point.
out. He was checked. I'm telling you, you heard what I think. I'll stop there. It's interesting. It ain't half bad. Anthony Flores, this week on the game front, I dove a bit more into Far Cry 6. I'm still mowing down the Evil Vamps in Evil West. For the watching, I'm currently on an 80s, 90s anime binge, and I'm getting through the show City Hunter. It's about Ryo Seba, a sweeper who, along with his partner, run the City Hunter organization, an underground jack-of-all-trades operation, the kind of guy you hire when the system fails you. It's prime 87 stuff, and it's great. All right.
Nice.
Right now, I'm playing through Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link for a project.
Okay.
And God of War Ragnarok, of course. Some Mario Kart 8 still. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is a game that you can 200% complete. I'm at 193.
Ooh. Woo.
Tonight there might be another one I'm playing on my Twitch stream by the time you hear this.
Wow.
Well, I don't know. But if not, I'm beating that motherfucker tonight if I haven't beaten it yesterday.
All right.
Just saying. Are you playing anything? You reading anything?
I'm playing I got the Madden 23, like I said, for the Black Friday deal, and I'm playing the franchise mode of the dickhead owner.
Yes.
And I'm 8-2, but I've already fired my offensive coordinator. And the coach is on the hot seat.
Rivera.
Yeah, Rivera's on the hot seat.
You're ready to pull
offensive coordinator's already gone.
Oh, no.
But it's fun. You can fire coaches mid-season, hire different coaches.
That's great.
You can negotiate contracts mid-season. So
see, that's great.
I've lowballed some of my stars, and they fired back at me, show me that you love me, and I fire back an even lower.
Fuck you, lower. Good for you. Right. They got to learn. Fuck yeah.
But I can still play the game, and then I still win, so I don't need them.
There it is. What do you need? Fuck them. What are they to you?
I don't need them.
Losers.
I'm not doing simulate where y'all.
You're not some exactly.
Give me a bunch of 40 rating slobs.
Hello.
I can win.
God.
I don't need to pay these guys.
No.
I'm gonna have a salary. I'm gonna have a team salary of like $3 million.
You're gonna moneyball this.
I'm gonna moneyball the hell out of it. I'm gonna have like $100 million in cap space.
Analytics, baby.
That's how you do it.
It's time for our top 5. Isn't that amazing? Right. We're already there.
All right.
Worst wrestling gimmicks, the Anthony Flores suggested. Number 5, Legion Nord says the Yeti. When you think of the Yeti, the first thing that comes to your mind is usually Bigfoot with white fur. But for some reason, WCW believed that a Yeti and a mummy were the same thing. The Yeti debuted at Halloween Havoc 95, where he helped the Giant defeat Hulk Hogan. And lucky for us, he only appeared on TV a total of 4 times. Kerwin White.
4 too many.
Yeah, probably 4 too many. Kerwin White. Chavo Guerrero was exceptionally talented, just like the rest of his family, which is why it's such a travesty. The WWE decided to turn him into Kerwin White. The WWE decided it was a good idea to make Chavo dye his hair and become a middle-aged white guy who wore sweaters, drove a golf cart, and said insane things like, if it ain't white, it ain't right. There we go. Oklahoma is number 3. Jim Ross is a broadcasting legend. And when the WCW was at war with the WWE, they actually thought it would be a good idea to create their own JR. Oklahoma was his name, and he was created by the former WWE employees who had jumped ship. They decided to make him a parody of JR to the point where he even copied the legend's Bell's palsy. Jesus.
Yes.
I think I vaguely remember that.
I do remember that.
Vaguely. God. Number 2, the Gobbledygooker. Only the WWE would put a grown person in a turkey costume and think that they hit gold in terms of creating a beloved character. The Gobbledygooker first appeared in 1990, and fans absolutely hated it, which is why the WWE abandoned it after just one night.
Because they hyped it for a month with that stupid shot of the egg. Yes. For like a month.
A month.
And people were like, what's going to come out of the egg? And they kept saying. And then that thing came out. Everybody's like, what the fuck is this
happening? But the company has brought the giant turkey back several times for comedic segments.
Yeah.
And number 1, the Mantar. Mike Halleck got the wrong end of the deal when he came to the WWF in the mid-90s. He became known as the fierce animal-like guy that dresses like a bull, Mantar. In the ring, he was stomp and snort and try his best to bully you around. And from what I remember, wasn't a bad wrestler. He would compete with the likes of Bret Hart and Razor Ramon for periods of time before getting tired of snorting and would fall victim to them. He appeared in just one pay-per-view, the Royal Rumble, and actually stomped and snorted for 10 minutes. But after a loss to Sparky Plug in the 95 King of the Ring qualifiers, Mantar asked for his release. Wow. That's the American Dream, Dustin Jacobs. There's been a ton of bad gimmicks, but there are some that come to mind immediately. The Demon, WCW Kiss wrestler. Number 4, Oz, an early Kevin Nash gimmick. Number 3, the Fake Diesel, Fake Razor. Number 2, the Repo Man. And number 1, Glacier. Honorable mention, the Ultimate Warrior and Demolition. Ooh, wow.
Oh, hey, shots.
Hey, yikes, shots.
No.
A future contender is this guy, Luigi Primo, the pizza maker wrestler. That guy's funny. That guy's kind of funny, though, the Luigi Primo, I got to say. That guy's kind of funny. Joshua Snyder, the Kiss. Nice. That's 2 for the Kiss Demon at number 5. A crackhead San Diego. Kiss marketing knows no shame. Sorry, Joe Capone. Rest in peace. Number 4, the Gobbledygooker, a crackhead San Diego chicken. Really? Number 3, Midian, naked with a fanny pack. No one should have to see such a thing. Number 2, Akeem, the African Dream. How many races, cultures, and religions can they piss off in one character? And number 1,
they teamed him with a racist cop,
the racist Georgia correctional officer. And then number 1 is Beaver Cleavage. Whose idea was this weird incest angle? All the best, Josh Snyder. P.S. Do you guys have a Ramble Christmas list? If so, what's on it? Oh, come on.
Oh.
Josh. Snides, that's too kind. I feel guilty even saying it. I can't answer that.
Christmas list, does he mean like the music that you made before?
No, he means like, I think, do we have a wish list? A Ramble Christmas list? What's on it? He's like... Large Lululemon leggings is what Andrea said.
Wow.
You and Eddie want.
Large is all Eddie and I want. Large Lululemon leggings. So there we go. Oh God, Neri Romero, 5 worst gimmicks. 5, Hulk Hogan is Mr. America. Number 4, Vince Russo is a WCW champion. More of a story than a gimmick, but Vince Russo in general is a disaster. Number 2, Glenn Jacobs, Mayor Kane as Fake Diesel and Isaac Yankem. Number 2, Chavo Guerrero as Kerwin White. Not only was it bad enough to have Dolph Ziggler as his caddy, but his catchphrase is something along the lines of, if it ain't white, it ain't right. And number 1, Hector Guerrero as a Gobbledygooker. What the fuck? Rumor was that Mark Calloway, the fucking Undertaker, was originally pitched the gimmick. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great week. Be excellent to each other and ramble on, dudes. Neri Romero. Thank you, Neri. Man. Owen Edmonds. 5 worst wrestling gimmicks. The Glacier. WCW's attempt to cash in on Mortal Kombat. An awful costume. An awful entrance. An awful wrestler who had no personality to speak of. Mantar. I mean, what the actual fuck? Number 3, Mr. America. I never liked Hulk Hogan. I liked him even less as this mass douche. Number 2, Rosie, the superhero in training, shit by name, shit by nature. 1, Eugene, using mental impairment as a gimmick is a cunt's move. Ramble on. Owen. Colin Mags. I only have a top 5. Because again, I know a little about the other 2, but what the fuck? A top 5 worst wrestling gimmicks is without splitting up by decades and singles, tag teams, etc. Because I had at least 20 without thinking.
Yeah.
So I've narrowed it to 5
It's
in
not
honorable
easy.
mentions. But maybe it could be revisited, split into at least decades, because they still every now and again bring out a stupid ass gimmick to make us think creative has been smoking all the crack. Honorable mention. Muhammad Hassan, Boogeyman, the Kiss Demon, and many more. Number 5, Tugboat, Fred Shockmaster Ottman's WWE shitty gimmick before he became Typhoon, and he was Tugboat, complete with a little sailor hat, red and white striped top, and shitty impression of a steam whistle. Number 4, that 70s guy and the Fat Chick Thriller, 2 terrible gimmicks given to Mike Awesome because reasons. Number 3, Akeem, the African Dream. One-man gang, white as white can be, dressed in some African robes, billed as the pride of Africa. Number 2, Lord Tensei, Matt Bloom of Albert fame, being billed as a Japanese noble warrior. And number 7, Dustin Rhodes, a.k.a. Goldust, painted white, stalking kids to a wrestling pedophile. How fun. Okay, that's all I've got. Stay safe, healthy, and happy. Fuck cancer. Colin Mags. Thank you, Mags. Damian Bontriel. I started watching WCW on 96. I'll be going with the gimmicks as I saw in real time. The Kiss Demon. Kerwin White. Chavo Guerrero denounces his Mexican heritage to drive a golf cart and pretend to be a rich white guy with the catchphrase, "If it ain't white, it ain't right." The Spirit Squad. Mordecai, who was presented to be as if to be the anti-Undertaker. I think he was only around for a couple of weeks.
I was at the pay-per-view where he premiered.
Oh, you saw Mordecai's unveiling.
I saw Mordecai live.
Wow.
It was here at the Staples Center in L.A.
Shit.
I think it was like I forgot. It was some pay-per-view in like 2006 or something.
Wow.
But I was there for Mordecai's debut.
Oh my, Eddie, look
Saw
at this.
Him live.
His number 1, Disco Inferno. How someone got so much mileage out of a Saturday Night Fever gimmick is anyone's guess. See you next week, gang. Damian Bontriel. Anthony Flores, for my top 5 bad wrestling gimmicks, I gave myself a caveat. They all have to be post-2000. I know you guys have pre-2000 locked down. At 5, I'm going with Perry Saturn and Moppy. Saturn reportedly had gone off on a local enhancement talent during a match. As punishment for that, he was saddled with a gimmick where Saturn fell in love with a mop and named it Moppy. After getting hit in the head, he went from Terry Runnels as a manager to a mop. At 4, we have Santino Marella. Santino already awful. Oh, Santina, that's right. Already awful, dresses a lady, just an insult to women's wrestling. At 3, I'm going Kerwin White. Let's make Chavo a wannabe white dude who golfs. At number 2, Hulk, Mr. America. They put a fucking mask on Hogan and said, yeah, they won't know. Meanwhile, he's just very obviously brothering away at every moment. Finally, at 1, we have Eugene. I don't even need to explain why. As I make my exit, I will say, Edward, I may have come in hard with my fuck the commander stuff. I'm offering peace because at the end of the day, at least we aren't Philly trash. Fuck the city of Philadelphia and those damn trash birds. Jeremy Bienvenu, honorable mention, Duke the Dumpster Draws, the Repo Man, Goon, Tugboat, so many more that I saw in the Gimmick Battle Royale when I was at WrestleMania 17. Humble brag. Number 5, Glacier, Sub-Zero knockoff, really? Number 2, Beaver Cleavage. Number 3, the Gobbledygooker. Number 2, the Mexicools. They were fun to watch, but holy racism. Super crazy. Juventud Guerrera and Psychosis end up in WWE. And what does WWE do? Throw them in jumpsuits and make them come out to the ring on a riding lawnmower. Does it get any more racist than that? Oh, wait. Vince McMahon once said the N-word on TV. And number 1, Eugene, a mentally challenged wrestler. I don't know how that managed to last as long as it did. Whew, man. This was tough, Eddie. There's so
many.
It's
just you grab 5 and throw them up.
And that's what I did. So remember, next Ramble, all Fleetwood Mac. Get those in. Number 5, I went with Akeem, the African Dream. What was your number 5?
I have honorable mention of Gangrel.
Gangrel! That was the vampire.
Who was a vampire.
Was he part of the Undertaker's stable? He was part of the ministry, right?
Eventually he became corporate ministry, but he started off as Gangrel, and then he turned Edge and Christian into vampires.
That's right.
And they became the Brood. And they would drink blood. And then, but he was an actual vampire. So that's honorable mention.
What's your number 5?
My number 5 is Eugene.
Eugene.
It's just, and the way they tried to play it up is like, no, we're trying to do something good to show that people with these
bad.
handicaps can.
Eugene didn't make my list because I was not watching at that time. I literally have zero memory of the Eugene character or gimmick. Thank God, from what I'm reading. Thank God, I never saw that. My number 4, I went with the Mountie, the Canadian.
I actually enjoyed the Mountie because it was a natural progression from the Rougeaus.
That's true.
Jacques
That's
Rougeau
true.
became the
Mountie.
And he would just scream at everyone, he is the Mountie.
The Mountie.
Mantar is my number 4.
Mantar. Ooh. My number 3, I went with Kazarni.
Kazarni.
That was my number 3. It was Kazarni.
My number 3 is Black Scorpion.
Oh, wow.
Who only appeared one time because it was Ric Flair.
But that was all we needed.
But Ric Flair had lost, I think, a retirement match or something to Sting and was gone for a month or 2 months. And then this guy kept cutting promos in this black, like, shadowy video and with a voice changer. And everybody was like, the whole time, it was like, who is Black Scorpion? And he faced Sting in a steel cage match. And when the guy came out of the ring, it was obviously Flair's weird body that he already has, and you could see his white locks under the mask hanging out. And everybody's like, "It's just fucking
it's
Flair."
Ric Flair. Just say it.
It's so bad.
My number 2 was Tugboat Thomas. Again, you put a grown man in a child sailor outfit.
My 2 was Oz because I remember when they debuted Oz.
Nash.
I'd always watch Kevin Nash, but he was Vinny Vegas.
Vinny Vegas, yep.
Oz was the worst because that was another thing that they promoted the hell out of.
Right.
Oz is coming. And then Oz came, and he had this big headset on, this big giant robe, and he walked down the ring, and he wrestled. It was just, and then he just disappeared. I think he only came out once or twice, and it was just over. So fucking dumb.
My number 1, Eddie, what else could it have been? You know, a lot of people picked the gobbledygooker. But this person crawled so the gobbledygooker could run. And that would be the Red Rooster.
Yep.
That is my number 1.
That is also my number 1.
That was take such a great wrestler, such a good one.
Yeah.
And you give him that.
What hurts the most, what makes it the worst, because it might not be the actual dumbest one.
Right.
But what makes it worse is because most of these other guys, like even Kevin Nash, wasn't Kevin Nash when he was Oz. Like
right.
These guys were,
you didn't know who he was yet.
They were trying to find gimmicks to get these guys to go. Terry Taylor was already an established generational talent.
Taylor.
He dominated. He was a great wrestler that went to WWE under the name Terry Taylor, and then Vince McMahon was like, we got to give you
What
something.
if I make you a chicken?
What if we make you a root? You can spike your hair red.
And you're a chicken.
And now you're the Red Rooster. And he had to literally cluck his head all the way down to the ring.
So bad.
That's what hurt. That's why it makes that one so bad, because of what they did to him.
It's brutal. It's fucking brutal.
Like, no one knew who Eugene was before he was Eugene.
Right.
He was just
Eugene.
He was given this horrible gimmick, but he wasn't like, it's like taking Ric Flair going, now you're going to be mentally handicapped and be a wrestler. I mean, that's what they did with Terry Taylor.
Right. Exactly. That's why it's my number 1 too. No question. Well, there we go. There it is. What a ramble, huh?
How about
333. We survived the apocalypse ramble. Next ramble, all Fleetwood Mac out of respect.
God did make you take a dump in the middle of this.
And he did. But we edited that out. See? It was magic. It was magic. All right. Stay safe, you guys. You know where to find us. We love you. Find us. We will see you Friday.
Yes.
For a Ramble Radio. Subscribe to us. Give us a 5-star rating, a positive text review. Come on. All right. We love you all. Stay safe, everybody.